welcome to New Jump City, everybody, where we recap the week in American and Japanese sequential art. I am your host, Christian, the unbiased king. And joining me through StreamYard, it is the man, the myth, the legend, my co-host, my partner in crime. It is Joshua, Gangsta Time Code.
Called partner, but it should be called Gangsta Time.
What's good, Chris? What up, everybody listening?
Hey. Also joining us, it is our producer, my little brother, Edgelord, the big news, Brian.
What's up, nerds?
Hey, we're here with a brand new New Jump City. Very excited to be here. How are you guys doing this week?
Chilling. Not much to complain about.
Ooh, yeah. I want to go off right off the bat and say that I have not been very disciplined in continuing my journey to read every single Shonen Jump series. I have fallen behind a little bit because I just be tired sometimes with this new job. But I am going to get back on it. I honestly got distracted. I started reading Ice Shield again. And that's been... And it's like, you know what? I gotta stop. I gotta read this shit on the train. I gotta stop reading Ice Shield on the train and swap that out with Witch Watch, because I'm behind. But I have been
reading the actual book of Ice Shield.
Yeah,
like on the train.
Yeah, I have the physical copies of Ice Shield. But yeah, I have been doing that. Ice Shield's pretty great. I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. I mean, Yusuke Murata is just like an incredible artist. Every time I'm reading it, I'm like, this is ahead of its time. This guy was such a fucking beast even back then. And you can kind of see it like when it changes. Like his art was like cool in the first like 4 volumes. And then all of a sudden, like volume 5, he just decided I'm going to crash out for the rest of my career and started just drawing like crazy. I don't know what changed in him. Something awoke in that man. But yeah, that's been taking up some time. I have been keeping up with the series that I'm caught up with, which is Blue Box and I am caught up. I'm Oter and Harazuke Mound, however you pronounce that. Harukaze Mound. I've been reading that. Ichi the Witch. I've been reading that. Those series have
You promise you'll let us know when something is on like hot fire, right? Like you'll be like, guys.
Yeah, okay. So Ichi the Witch.
It's gotten to a point.
Ichi the Witch, it's doing really well. It's apparently averaging like 2s and 4s, like 2nd and 4th place pretty consistently. I'm still not as crazy about it yet. It's very good, but I'm not all over it yet. Blue Box is still fire. I've been reading the baseball manga that's been coming out, Harukaze Mound. That's been good. I'm actually enjoying that. It's really well drawn. I'm not a baseball guy, but it's I'm always cool. I think like one of the coolest things about Shonen Jump sports series is that they're very good at like showing you the appeal of any given sport, even if it's not one you're particularly into. So that's been good. And like I said, Blue Box has been great. I'm not too far behind in Akane Banashi. I might actually get caught up with that by the next time I actually start reading it in bulk, because I think I'm only like 25 chapters behind. Witch Watch is a different story. I'm a little more behind because it's older, but yeah. But, outside of that, I haven't been reading much of my Shonen Jump series that I'm trying to catch up to. But Josh, how's your One Piece journey?
Still going. I've been taking so many screenshots, like so much more screenshots per like chapter. Like there was a point in time when I was reading it, like in the first half of the series, where I was really screenshotting moments in the arc. I felt like, these are moments like that are memorable. And now I just find myself screenshotting shit that I feel like either it's just, like this shit is hilarious, or it's like, yo, this seems like these are important things. As a matter of fact, I guess it's not really a spoiler, Or how about this? I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing, like this little theme I have going, and you let me know if you would rather like me not say it something like this in the future. But I've been making sure that I take a screenshot of every single page that has shit.
Leo the
Not
Tentata.
Kinemon.
Oh,
No. Why Leo?
I don't know why. I just said a random character.
What the fuck? No. Oh no. Shit, he's one of the samurais. The painter.
Conjuro?
Conjuro. I've been taking a screenshot of every page of Conjuro, like when he has a reaction to something, or when something's going on that's important, or when he takes an action of some sort. Every single instance. And I want us to be able to see if we can tread a line and be like, okay, was Oda like, aside from the crappy drawings, was there other things to show that he was like kind of checked out or not really with the rest of the group? I'll share a few things, right, about my thoughts so far on Conjuro. I was starting to feel like, all right, yeah, like I'm seeing the signs, because he doesn't really have much to say, and he's always just kind of listening, whatever, or like not being so serious, but there's a couple things that happened when they got to Zoe. So when Conjuro started messing around like with Kinemon, like playing hide and seek with him, he was like covered his eyes when the monkey was falling down. You remember that? They all ended up falling.
Yeah.
Like in that moment, that's like okay, yeah, he's trying to deter Kinemon's, path or whatever. That's obvious. But when they were talking about what happened to Odin, how he died, which, man, how much harder does this shit hit when you know what happens?
Yeah.
That's why oh my god, it's even better. You gotta read. You can't just read One Piece one time. You have to read it 2 or maybe 3. Anyway,
Maybe 6
but
times.
Conjuro was crying. Well,
Yeah.
there's other things out there to read.
No,
too,
I'm saying
but,
it's like,
right.
I'm more making a joke about me.
So I think Oda's done a decent job, but nothing that was, I don't know, nothing that was like, all right, how do I put it? There's no Jonathan Hickman moments.
Yeah.
The closest thing was him deterring, getting in the way of Kinemon from reaching Zoe faster. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
That would be like, oh my god, like that was a big deal, because it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, there was no obvious
seen
plays.
him.
Conjuro played it pretty good, to be honest. He was a really good spy.
Yeah, I'm always looking for the dead Celestial. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm always looking for that in all stories.
Welcome to America's
I just need to
favorite game
reread.
show. Welcome to America's favorite game show. Where's the dead Celestial?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I really want to reread Infinity again.
Me too. I've been meaning to.
Avengers and New Avengers.
Yeah, me too. Such good stories.
Yeah, Infinity Cap, huh?
Infinity Cap. You're still on Zoe, right? Or did you make it to Whole Cake yet?
Yeah, still. Luffy just left Zoe.
Hey, how was that moment? The Raizo is safe moment.
It was cool.
That was one of the. I remember.
It was even cooler when I found out that all the Minks knew.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when that first came out, I was genuinely very shocked. I think it was like one of the most effective twists in One Piece. It was so well like paced. And when page turned, I was like, oh my God, they were all in on it. And it's like my respect for the Minks just went through the roof.
Yeah, and then how they were saying like, "Hey, we was trying to protect you guys. We didn't want y'all to know
Mm-hmm.
that they was there in case Jack came after you." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was some real shit.
Usopp,
Minx.
that thing with the fact that Usopp was the one to shout out, it's like, why would you do that? You all almost fucking died. It's like a really cool moment to build off for Usopp is like moments of him watching true bravery.
Yeah.
I think it's
Mhm.
it was a nice touch to have Usopp receive that clarity from them. But so cool. What a great moment.
Damn, you're right. There was a lesson learned there.
Yeah.
I mean, Zunisha violating Jack with the
Yeah,
trunk.
yeah.
He just turned. And
Yeah.
Jack knew. He was like,
He was like Willem Dafoe in the meme. He was
what did y'all think was gonna happen?
yeah.
A lot of mysteries. Where is Zoe going? Why? Who told
it
him
to
that he had
walk?
to keep walking? Joy Boy? No.
Mm.
The Kazuki clan was stonemasons. They made the poneglyphs. You know, I forgot that, right?
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Mm.
But this kid never learned how to read poneglyphs because he died before.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
his dad died. But his grandfather knows.
You know, like it reminded me, like I forgot that Kaido cares about the One Piece and is trying to get the information out of them.
Mhm.
Like that, and that is a big deal to him.
Mm-hmm.
And when he couldn't get it, he was like, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna do the best I can.
Yeah.
Subjugate this land.
I'm gonna do my best and subjugate this land. Yeah.
Onigashima Island.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Can't wait till Wano.
Wano. On my own little One Piece journey, I've slowed down considerably. I just finished Enies Lobby. I'm basically at the point where the Mary breaks down. It was well made. The tears for fears. Brian, are you reading anything?
I'm at a bit of a lull right now. I'm kind of just been like reading whatever like I've been currently keeping up with, like Red Blue, Hajime no Ippo, and all the weeklies and shit like that. So I haven't started something new yet.
You know what? I have technically.
Was that a pun?
What?
Was that a pun?
What?
What?
When you said you're in a lull?
What? No, that wasn't a pun. That wasn't a pun. That actually gave me psychic damage, by the way.
Did it stagger you?
It did stagger me.
I've been collecting Slam Dunk volumes. So I've been reading those.
God.
I'm on volume 8.
Collecting.
Yeah, they've been reprinting them. So I was just like, I'm gonna read it. And there's no way I can't read them on the
Why
app.
I need to read Slam Dunk?
Yes, it's so good.
It's very good.
You're not aggressive anymore, Chris. You used to be aggressive back in the day. You used to be like,
I don't have enough
gotta
access to
read
you.
This, Josh.
I don't have enough access to you. I can't.
True, we see each other every day. You be like, yo, bro, you gotta read it. You made me read so much shit, D Gray, man.
Oh man, I've been thinking about D Gray Man. You know, I was like, I should read D Gray Man.
Higurashi?
I do remember Higurashi.
That was some twisted shit.
Yeah, that was nuts.
That was a crazy story, by the way.
It was.
But to get back to Slam Dunk, I recommend it purely because of my fucking goat. My fucking goat.
It's very good.
The main character.
Yeah, the main character is
Hanamichi.
one of my favorite anime characters now.
Hanamichi's very funny. I will give you that. I do really like him.
Because he makes you earn.
Yeah.
He makes you earn the like his best moments. Like he's the main character and he's like kind of a prodigy in basketball, but the way that he goes about it is just so unique to like sports manga. Usually like the main character is like overtly the best player on the team or something like that, or like a pivotal point of the team. Hanamichi, his skill and his like aptitude for basketball it sneaks up on you. It's something that like shows up in like very unique moments. You know what I mean? Like he's not always the person who makes the game-winning shot or like and stuff like that. He makes the more subtle game-winning plays. And that's very interesting to me when it comes to like a sport like basketball. Because it would have been really easy to have him be the fucking main scorer on the team. But that wasn't his thing.
Yeah.
And I fucking love that about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very much enjoying that. I haven't gotten all of it yet. I'm slowly gathering it. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun to read and the art is amazing. So recommend it if you can get your hands on it, honestly. It is a good series. All right. I think we should maybe jump into the actual show. You guys ready to get started?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go with our first series. One Piece. This is One Piece chapter 1156. Idols. First of all, this is one of my favorite color pages in recent memory.
OAT, right?
Yeah, this is awesome. I love this.
This one's super tough. This one's tough.
Yeah, this one's very, very tough. I very much love the concept. It's drawn super well. Yeah, 10 out of 10. One of the best covers. I'm debating editing it onto the screen and at risk of a copyright strike. I don't know. But it's so good. I have to share it with the world. It's very good. Anyway, this is One Piece chapter 1156. We are continuing on with our flashback of the way before times in the very budding stages of the Great Pirate Era, where Rox was around and the Elbaf Giants were just establishing themselves as kind of a more peaceful population. Last we've seen in One Piece, Rox had tried to recruit Harold onto his team, and Harold had refused. We got to meet all of the Rox pirates at the time there, and they expressed their ideas of defrauding the government by taking on a mission to take over the pirate island and win it for the world government, but instead psyching them out and taking it for themselves. And that's where we last left off. We are opening this chapter with this island that is being attacked by pirates. And we see that all of the men that have been on this island could not do anything to do against these pirates. Not even the Marines could do anything. And that's because this is the Kuja pirates from Amazon Lily. And these are the pirates of this time. We are introduced to Gloriosa, who we've known for a while as Grandma Nyan, who is the advisor to Boa Hancock currently. And it's very funny to always remember that a member of the Rox Pirates is still around and still kicking in that way. But yeah, we see Gloriosa. And this is, I guess, before she joined the Rox Pirates. She is...
Wait, Gloriosa was on the Rox Pirates?
Yeah. Grandma Nyan was a Rox pirate.
What?
Mm-hmm. You see her in the big 2-page spread when they got to God Valley. But in any case, yeah, Gloriosa's here. And she's talking to her crew about being sick and tired of being so beautiful. And, you know, all her crew loves her because she's the most beautiful thing in the world. We get to meet Tritoma, who is the Empress of Amazon Lily 2 generations later, which means she is after Shaki and before Boa, if I understand that correctly. So yeah, she's carrying a bunch of love letters that are fan letters for Gloriosa, and Gloriosa looks over at a significantly bigger pile, and she's like, wait, what is that enormous pile back there? Oh, those are all for Lady Shaki. So Shaki is here, and that's fun. And we get a narration explaining that they were...
Am I supposed to remember Shaki too?
Shaki is the woman that's with Rayleigh. on Saboti.
Oh,
Yeah, she was originally
Thank
from
you.
Amazon Lily, and she was a pirate as well, and she was the Empress of Amazon Lily for a time. You just read the series, Josh. All of this information you should probably know already.
she was on Go Rogers crew. No, she was.
No, she
on
was.
Rocks.
Well, we don't know if she was on either crew. We know that she has a stronger relationship to Roger's crew because of she's with Rayleigh currently. But yeah, we don't know if she's ever been part of Rox's crew. It's possible that she was never part of Rox's crew, but in any case, yeah, Shaki's here, and yeah, the narrator explains that the true star of the times, who outshone even Gloriosa's beauty, was her crewmate Shakuyaku, which is her full name, her full government. But then they get interrupted by Gold Roger himself pulling up with his Roger pirates on the Oro Jackson, and we get to see a young Roger, who is calling out for glory for Shaki because he wants Shaki. And Gloriosa is pissed because she wants Roger. And Roger could give less of a shit about Gloriosa. But it turns out, they're calling for Shaki. Shaki basically comes out and he's like, "Who are you expecting to seize?" And she basically just bombards Roger's ship. Nobody wants to fight her because she is even more beautiful than Gloriosa. Gabon is even stopped, obviously, because he's also kind of a simp. Roger attempts to attack Shaki, but it doesn't work. He gets knocked out, and he's just like, "Ah, damn it, I love you, Shakuyaku." And she's like, "I love you too, Roger." But then she says, "But I will not, I will belong to no one." And she basically starts to rob the Roger pirates. Gloriosa tries to, get Roger up. He's like, "Don't you understand the honor of being loved by me, Roger?" And Roger's like, "Move it, Gloriosa. I can't see Shaki." This shit is crazy. So yeah, basically, Shaki looks over to Rayleigh and he's like, "I feel sorry for you, Ray." And Rayleigh's like, "Yeah, it's a bunch of idiots over there." And Shaki gives him a little wink, a little foreshadowing of what's to come for the two in the future. I don't think they're together, but they seem to be at least domestic partners on Saboti.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's funny. I think it's more of maybe a polygamy thing. I don't know. Because they don't seem to be tied down to each other. And Shaki seems to be okay with the fact that he be with other women sometimes. So who knows the extent of their relationship. Meanwhile, they get to see that the Navy is on its way and they're trying to, pack up all of Roger's shit and leave. And then Roger's like, "Oh no, we got to get out of here." But then Gabon says, "Hey, look, it's Garp's ship." And Roger's like, "What? No, fuck that. Let's go fight Garp." So we see young Roger clashing with a young Garp. And we get a narration saying that Roger, Garps, and Rocks, men whose tales were spread as legends in the great pirate age, first clashed here in their hot-blooded youth. And the Kuja pirates, meanwhile, were tremendously popular and an indispensable part of the story of this era. And although both the top two people of the Kuja pirates were super popular, when Shakuyaku took the mantle of Empress, her popularity reached heights never before seen. So, that's interesting. We then get a short scene on Elbaf where it looks like Loki was trying to escape Elbaf again as a child, and his boat capsized. And Ida is being very nice to him and being like, "Oh, Loki's just lonely," And she asks if Loki wants to live with them, and Loki says, "No way. You just want to pretend to be my mom and live in the castle, Ida." And Hajrudin doesn't take that lying down. He's like, "You're not gonna disrespect my mom." And he doesn't take any offense to it. She's like, "Oh, you kids are too sweet." And And we learned that every time Rox came to invite Harold to join him, Loki begged and pleaded to go with him. And I guess Loki at some point did leave. We do know that he does leave at some point and returns. But we then cut to several months after the takeover of Pirate Island by the Rox Pirates. And we see that big mountain that is on Pirate Island doesn't have the eye holes on it yet. It's actually more perceived to be a fish-shaped mountain. And we get to see that a new character shows up to join the Rox Pirates. This guy named Kyo the Hitman, who is apparently a rival of Shiki's, who used to be a mob boss himself. We then get to see the origin of the two eye holes of the Pirate Island mountain. And it's pretty much because Rox wanted to open up basically windows in their cave that they hang out in now. And
Which is awakened chop fruit.
That's hell of a theory.
You guys brought that up.
Me? I didn't say that.
Brian did, maybe?
I didn't say
I did.
Wow. Well, I guess he doesn't have a devil fruit yet, because the next panel we see that Rox explains that there's 2 devil fruits out there that he wants, and one of them is most likely on Elbaf. And its power will only truly be unlocked if Harold eats it. We get to see Pirate Captain John, who ends up dead on Thriller Bark as one of Moria's zombies. And he also furthers
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was literally a small cameo. I wouldn't expect you to, but that was definitely supposed to be Captain John. And he explains that Roger also wants to find Galila. Big Mom has been putting her feelers out there, but she can't find any information about them. We get to meet a couple of new characters, or not so new. New people on Rox's crew since the last time we saw him. Barbell, who is a fishman, a catfish fishman, and none other than Kaido in his youth. Basically, he is...
He looks so funny.
Yeah. He basically tells Kaido to force Harold into joining the crew, and then Rox doesn't take that well. He kicks Kaido in the face, and he basically is just like, Harold's my pal. Say that nonsense again, and I'll get rid of you first, Kaido. That's interesting. And then we get a big 2-page spread of the current Rox Pirates, and he explains that that Elbaf is the key to taking down the Holy Land. If you don't trust me on that, get lost. It's up to you whether you want to follow me on the faithful day of our mission. But if you've got the stones for it, then stick around with me for a bit, and I'll show you the peak of the world. And that is where the chapter ends. Oh my goodness gracious, Josh. What did you think about One Piece chapter 1156?
I don't have a decision for you yet. I'm sorry, but man, I like Rox a lot so far. I like his plan. I like that he's going to take down the Holy Land. I mean, this guy, he has some ideals and some goals. I fucks with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Kaido looks fucking hilarious in this. This is a jam-packed chapter.
Right.
Please, for the love of everything that's good, tell me that Pirate Barbell, the catfish fishman, is a big deal.
This is the first I've heard of him.
This is the first time we've seen him, but he looks like there's some weird shit going on with him. He has like some Gear 5-esque kind of design to him.
It's his hair that looks kind of like that. But I don't know if that's more... That's what his hair looks like. Or what. Oh.
I mean, Silver Axe is also a character that we've only heard his name.
Yeah, and this is the first time we're seeing Silver Axe.
What about Struzen?
Struzen we've seen before. And you will see him in Whole Cake.
Yeah. He's Big Mom's cook.
Yeah, he's the main cook in Big Man's crew.
Who's Silver Axe again?
Silver Axe is someone we've only ever heard of but not seen, and this is the first time we're seeing him.
Is he still alive? No, right? This
I
was
don't
a
know.
while
We don't
ago.
know.
I mean,
no, because Rayleigh was.
there
could
could
be
be
alive.
various members of, like Jean, what's his name? The guy who used to rule over Pirate Island. He was alive until Blackbeard killed him or beat him. We don't actually know if he was dead, but Zhang Lei, I think I want to say his name is.
Yeah.
Stussy's there. I think that's Stussy in the bottom right corner.
Yeah, Stussy's there.
Oh yeah, this 2-page spread that shows up fucking everybody. I mean,
Yeah, everybody's so far.
yeah, this is cool.
I guess this is all the
also
captains.
that guy with the armor. He's brand new too.
No, he's there.
left
He was there
side.
before. I forget his name, but they introduced him in the last chapter. The new additions, I think, were Kaido, Big Mom, Captain John, Stussy, and Barbell.
Oh yeah, Big Mom is tall. I forgot that she's like a. Is she an actual giant?
I think she's
Is
supposed
she
to be
like a
half.
legit giant? No, right?
I think she's supposed to be a half giant. I could be wrong about that though.
That's fine. I just noticed she is taller than Rox.
Yeah.
and
Hey, she's
almost
Big
everybody
Mom.
else.
I wonder if Perospero was already born at this time.
I doubt it.
Because he's like the oldest one. He's like 50 something. It's entirely possible. I forget how far back this was.
I think she started having kids right after she broke away from Rox.
That's
The Rox
possible, yeah.
Pirates,
I feel
when they
that.
all disbanded, when they disbanded, yeah.
You know, I think that day of their mission is supposed to be God Valley. Whatever was going on there.
Actually, I think by this point she's already had 5 kids.
Really?
Yeah, I think she's had the quintuplets or whatever.
No, she would have
By this
had,
point.
by now she would have had Perospero, the Mirror Woman, Oven, and I forget who else. I don't remember who her 5 oldest children are. I guess I'm a fake fan. But Josh, continue with your show. What's your thoughts?
I don't really have much more to say. I'm sorry.
My bad. My laptop's tweaking. I can't give this. This isn't my RGC.
It was really good though.
Yeah, you're not alone. It's not my RGC either.
Brian, what were your thoughts?
I say that this is such a fucking sick chapter, but my main thought process when it comes to this chapter is like, you know, the new characters that got introduced or the characters that we officially get to see. Like Silver Axe. There was some talk on the streets that he has Urouge's devil fruit. Because when you see him in the cloak, he looks really skinny, and then when he gets hit in the next page, he's big and fucking burly.
Oh. That's a good detail. I didn't catch that.
So the main thing I love about this previous kind of when you're looking in the past is which characters, which devil fruits kind of stick out. So that's been pretty fun for me, honestly.
Yeah, seeing who's had like ones that we've seen already.
Yeah.
But yeah, aside from that, like, oh, and Roger looks a lot like Ace. Pretty early on.
Yeah.
Like his hair looks so similar. His face in some ways looks very similar to him. It feels weird seeing him without the mustache, honestly. But man, seeing Roger and Garp clash for the first time.
Well, I don't think this
was-
is even the first time because they know each
No,
other
but this is the
already.
first time we've seen it.
Oh,
this is
seen
the
it,
first time
yeah.
we've seen it with our own eyes.
Mhm.
But yeah, like pretty fun chapter, honestly. Like this whole flashback sequence has been a blast to kind of watch. Though it is a little weird that Loki is talking so much about like events that he wasn't present for, because he's the narrator for this backstory.
Really?
No,
Yeah, he's
not.
yes, he is, because this is literally him talking to Hadrid
It's-
and explaining his backstory.
It's definitely like he's telling the story of him and Hadrian, but I think Oda does this thing where he will have a flashback start with someone's specific point of view, but also show a bunch of other shit. I don't think this is we're meant to take this as Loki's telling this story specifically. I think Loki's more of a portal to this time. But yeah, there's no way Loki would know any of this shit, to be honest. But yeah, I think that's just like kind of like a bug in the system of how Oda does flashbacks sometimes. But I don't think that we're supposed to take it that Loki is the perspective character in all of this.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, how does Loki know this?
Yeah, there's no way he would know it. I think like the flashback is initiated by him telling the story of his events that he's directly been a part of, but the narrator is in third person. He's referring to Loki as Loki, and it's the narrator that we've all known from this entire story. But I don't know. That's my take. You can continue with your thoughts, Brian.
Nah, I don't have much else aside from that. This is a pretty fun fucking backstory that we're getting.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's gonna build up to.
Yeah, I loved this chapter. It's not my RGC, but man, it was damn close. I think it's just a testament to how full and interesting a world Oda has created that I just want to know so much about this history. It's so cool to see like characters, because I always wonder is like what happened to Captain John? Did he die on God Valley? Did Barbell die on God Valley? Like, what happened to these people? How did they disband? There's just so much history here. And it has that same magnitude of just like you're watching history play out. And it's super duper interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. Yeah, it's like I was gonna say watching the fucking History Channel, but like
It really is. It feels that way.
like you're getting context for this story. It's like a third person's, like a YouTube video, like giving you context about stuff.
Mm-hmm. I really like that we're getting little like glimpses into Roger's personality, because all we've seen is how similar he is to Luffy, but now this is definitely an instance where he's very different from Luffy. Because Luffy would not have given a shit about Gloriosa or Shaki. He would not have like fallen for this kind of stuff, and it's interesting to see that the Roger pirates were basically all fuckboys to a degree.
Yeah, Luffy's not a simp.
Yeah, Luffy's not a simp. He's an alpha king. But yeah, it's just so cool to see. I just want to know more about Roger and how he's. I want to know what's different about him from Luffy. This has made me wonder. Is just like, is there any like things that would clash with Luffy's personality? I think this is one. But yeah, I think it's super cool. Him clashing with Garp for the first time is cool. The context of this being the hot-blooded youth of this era is kind of cool. It's just like these were when they were like young bloods and all that stuff and doing cool shit when they were kids and before they became the legends that they were. It's really I love that perspective.
Yeah, Roger was sailing a lot longer than Luffy did like before he got to his kind of claim to fame. Like Luffy sped ran like everything. Like he's been on at sea for 2 years and became an emperor. It for Roger to get to that kind of level, it took him decades.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's honestly puts into perspective just how much of a fucking crazy strong crew the Straw Hats are.
Mm-hmm. Damn it, I love you, Shaku Yaku. I love One Piece so much. It sucks. Next week it's off along with everything else. But I love this chapter a lot. I'm excited to see where this flashback continues. But yeah, I'm ready to move on to the next one if you guys are.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, by the way, I forgot this. Whatever devil fruit he wanted Harold to eat, Loki definitely has that fruit. I think whatever fruits Loki's got, it's the one that Rox wanted Harold to have. For sure.
I agree.
Okay. With that, we can move onward.
I hope he turns his sword into some guns.
Sakamoto Days. This is Sakamoto Days, chapter 224, Security Escort. Last we left off, Nagumo was fighting Oki and trying to drink coffee at the same time. And the Order has been picking up new recruits to help them in their quest to, I guess, kill everybody ever. And we got to meet some of them. We are opening this chapter with two of them. This lady named Shima, and Shina, sorry, and this boy, I guess her brother or something, and
boy,
this boy,
Sheena and boy.
Yeah, basically. They're walking through Tokyo and they come across this weird guy in a wrestling mask. I think that's supposed to be what it is. And, Electricity Guy says that you're not the only ones we scouted. If you want to rise to the ranks quickly, just outperform the other noobs. And Sheena's like, that won't be necessary. I know a quicker way, right, big bro? And she pulls out a gigantic minigun and shoots this guy. And it doesn't work because for some reason, I guess he's bulletproof. And the masked man just says, what did I ever do to you? Man, people always treat me like the bad guy. Prepare to die, you little turd. And it turns out his voice is actually very high on some Pika
Like
shit.
Pika?
Yeah. But before they could really get fighting, Lightning Boy lightnings both of them. And he says that you could squabble all you want later. The battle's long begun, and now it's time to show us what you've got. So that's fun. We cut over to Team Sakamoto, who is getting ready to transport Sakamoto to the JCC, where the Teen Titans are. And they're explaining that, Sakamoto saved the JCC. It's the least we could do is let him recover here. So, yeah, everybody's relocating to the JCC, except for Atari, who wants to stay behind because she doesn't have any luck left. And because she doesn't have any luck, she can only attract misfortune if anybody touches her. But everybody touches her to be like, hey, it's okay, buddy. Leaving behind a scared, trembling girl would be even worse. So, everybody assures her, and they get on the van that they're using to get to the JCC. But then they realize quickly that they are being followed by the wrestling mask guy. Heisuke shoots him, but he catches the bullet, and he's like, I'm always the bad guy, huh? And
Yes.
yeah, dude. So, he attacks the truck, and Shin is like, fine. And it looks like he's maybe about to step out first, but Heisuke beats him to the punch and throws himself from the truck, colliding with the masked man. And Shin goes out to help him, but Heisuke shoots the door as if to say, "Don't come after me. You keep going." And Shin tells Boyle to go for it, to just step on it, and they do. And it, unfortunately for Heisuke, not only is he going up against the wrestling mask guy, but he's going up against the scantily clad magnet woman that is on the order. And that's where the chapter ends. Wow, wow, wee wah. Interesting chapter. Josh, what did you think about Sakamoto Days, chapter 224?
I mean, you have one of the coolest moments in shonen tropes ever. The one-on-one, well, the go ahead so I could, fight this person off.
Yeah.
But someone's got to come by to help him.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
he's
2-on-1.
obviously not going to fight alone. But will it be the sniper guy?
It just might be. Now you got me excited.
Yeah. We've all been waiting for Heisuke to shine. He's had moments, but this can be something big.
Specifically,
So I have
Brian.
a lot of stuff. Yeah, I didn't want to say it. I was gonna give him room to say that himself, but yeah. Shit. Things are moving fast, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, that news that Sakamoto Days is ending shocked me.
Mm-hmm.
Shocked me like this order member did.
Yeah.
All right, I'm saying bad jokes now. Brian, what were your thoughts on Sakamoto Days?
Honestly, I don't got too much to say about Sakamoto Days this week. I'm really interested to see where they're gonna go with Hisuke, honestly. I feel like this is a pretty sick moment for him. All things considered. Like him tackling this guy off of the fucking away from the crew, and then what's his name? Kind of trusting Hisuke to handle it. I feel like that was a pretty awesome moment. I'm really looking forward to seeing what exactly is going to happen, though. Yeah, those are my thoughts.
Hell yeah. I really like this chapter. I'm glad that the action started so soon. I didn't think that the masked man would be so active this chapter. I think he's been in the whole one. He's immediately the guy they're gonna fight. I'm excited to see what his deal is. He seems to be bulletproof for some reason. But yeah, Heisuke coming out and doing the thing, I'm excited for, especially since he's got history with this Magnet Girl. So I'm excited to see how that turns out. And Josh introducing the prospect of the fucking shy sniper guy coming in and joining the battle is got me a little hype. Not gonna lie. Heisuke has some of my favorite fight scenes because they do a lot of creative things with sniping in this series. So I can't wait to see where it goes.
Hopefully, it doesn't go to a prison.
And if they do, they use the terrain.
I'm going to fucking hope and pray for Brian's sake.
But
Haters.
that's all I got for Sakamoto Days. Does anybody have any rebuttals?
No.
Raichu's lit.
Raichu
No,
is
he's not.
lit. He's lit, Brian. Get over it. All right, let's move on.
Bitches get shot, it get heavy. Gra.
Kagurabachi. With this, I'm going to pass this one over to Josh.
Thank you for passing it to your partner, Sleepy Josh.
Sleepy
this
Josh.
Kagurabachi, chapter number 89, Battle Chaos. I'm not even going to talk about last week because, I mean, shit hit the fan. The main Hishaku members teleported into the headquarters and ran into
Uraha.
Hakuri, Uraha, and this new swordswoman that made a concrete lasagna. Very nice. They're about to they're about to scrap it out with some of the Shaku members, but only for them to get trapped in this zone called the Death Game or whatever. So, yeah, but that has nothing to do with this week's issue. um, so this week we get I guess somewhat of an introduction to Ibuki Misaka, which was the former contracted bearer of the Cloud Gouger. He was 20 years old at the time of like the Seriete War. And his sword fighting skills was on par with Samura, like during the war. So 3 years later, at the time of Rokuhira's assassination, which is Chihiro's dad, of course, Misaka was ambushed at home. The assassin came alone. At the end of the duel, the hero, Misaka, was left dead. As we get a close-up of I forgot this guy's name already. I did not do my homework, guys.
The executioner.
The executioner dude that was in the execution room. He's looking at this
Asami?
Azami.
Yeah. And he notices that it's the same armored assassin who ambushed Rokuhira's home, but he didn't realize that this is like a fake person. It's a puppet, basically. It's not even human. Or maybe it was human at some point. No, it has a contraption arm. So yeah. So he notices that the real assassin is elsewhere, and we cut to a random store outside. It's a smoke shop, as a matter of fact. This is dude hanging out front. And he's saying, out loud, this execution is tough. Can't just handle him with the puppet. Another person pulls up and is like, let me get some cigarettes and an assignment, please. So he goes and asks the person that was already standing there by the booth for like a light for his cigarette, and this guy pulls his sword out and slashes the cigarette so fast that it sparks that shit on fire. That guy didn't know what the fuck happened. He said, "Did you draw your katana just now?" He was like, "Nah." He's like, "How did you light it?" And then he just like looked at that nigga crazy, and he was like, "Yo, bro, like I know you drew your sword, but I'm getting the fuck up out of here, man." Then the old lady that was running the shop is like, "Oh, like did you light it with friction? Is that even possible?" And it's like, "Yeah, of course. You have to manipulate spirit energy, which means you can't do that in real life, guys. Don't try."
Yeah. Don't try to light cigarettes with katanas, guys. It's not possible.
Yeah. So this is clearly the sorcerer that was controlling that puppet. So right as he's talking to the old lady, he gets a call from one of his Shaku members. I think this is the guy with the book that was crossing out names and shit.
It is him.
Of the people whose families are safe. So the guy's like, "Bro, like, what are you doing?" And he's like, "The armor suit just lost to Azami. I reckon I bought us some time." And the guy on the phone was like, "Right, well, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, it's your turn." He's like, "Yeah, sure." Basically, he's really fucking unenthusiastic.
He's very nonchalant.
Yeah, very nonchalant about like doing it. And he starts talking about how he assassinated Misaka one-on-one. Like, even though we went with the group to go attack Rokuhira. And he's just like, "Bro, I hate that fucking flattery." Because like he wasn't really like a big deal. Like at the point when he beat him. And it's funny because when he's standing up about to fight him, you could see like he's got like a little gut.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, is that just a mistake?
Yeah. No, I think that was on purpose.
Yeah.
Because he is just chilling. Like he wasn't sharp, basically, is what they're trying to say. But the guy with the hat on the phone mentions that Uraha is alive, and the puppet sorcery dude gets so fucking excited because I guess he's like a super duper skills, fighter and swordsman. So that's got him pumped again. Meanwhile, we get a little intro to someone else. I think that's not his name.
That's not his name.
No, it's
His
not.
name, yeah, it's just a song. Yeah. This guy's chopping up fucking wood, like he's in Majora's Mask sword training area. Those who know. Trying to get a heart piece and shit. And he's like, my big brother and I were born 2 years apart. So, to cut to the chase, his big brother was Mikasa, and Misaka, sorry, was Misaka, and they were both mad fucking nice. You know what I mean? They were like basically like equal in skill for all intents and purposes, from what I'm getting across. Aside from perhaps what 2 years of being alive longer than someone else might afford to. Other than that, they were pretty evenly skilled. And his brother was selected to have the Cloud Gouger. Cool. Now we know how they was able to get it to this dude from the beginning. But when they went to go do the sword selection for the last sword, he wasn't picked and ended up being Uraha, for all people, as a matter of fact. He was a little salty, but his brother says that's how it goes in this world. The slightest weakness can spell defeat. And he says, we went our separate ways. After the war, my brother completely lost his will to fight. And 3 years ago, the Hishaku killed my brother. He had become weak, so he was defeated. That's how it goes. And right as he's having this inner monologue for himself, talking about how he's not like his brother and he's been practicing like nonstop since, somebody barges into his room and they're like, dude, like, you didn't hear the emergency broadcast is popping off. Pull up. Like the Hishaku are here. And he remembers that it was the Hishaku that attacked and killed his brother. Damn, he got done greased. They cut his head off and his arm. Or maybe they just slashed his throat. I think they cut his head off, bro.
Yeah.
It's sad. He was really sad about that. So he's fucking pumped. He's like, I've had a long warm up. He's ready to fight. And yeah, that's the end of the chapter, actually. So, Brian, what were your thoughts on
RGC.
Oh,
No hesitation. RGC that.
oh,
It's also my RGC, not gonna lie.
oh.
What about you, Jerish?
It's a dramatic drink.
No,
What?
Whoa. You know
I'm a
what?
little surprised.
I
too.
I respect that. I know what it is then. There could only be one.
Well, there's only one other thing left, but
Yeah, I can respect that, to be honest. But
I
yeah.
love that, it means a lot that you respect it.
This is mine and Brian RGC at least.
Certified RGC. Certified RGC. Certified RGC.
Man, Hokazono just has a really good way of setting shit up. Like, he takes time to kind of like bring in characters and to kind of set up their motivations and like solidly kind of define who they are as they kind of come into the story. Like, I just love it when he does shit like this. I don't know why. It's just so interesting the way that he sets up pieces that'll come back later. And the fact that we still haven't seen like the original Cloud Gouger's like user, like we haven't seen his face yet. Still, we saw his brother before we saw him. And I think that's maybe there's a reason why he's doing that. Maybe that's going to come back up in a few chapters, another flashback for his brother. But goddamn, like now we have a whole new layer of things to kind of consider when it comes to these fights coming up. I'd say Uruha for sure is going to live now. This chapter kind of confirms it. Because I have a feeling that this brother is going to kind of play foil to Uruha now. They're going to be kind of rivals. And this, what's his name? Hakoto?
The Hakuto.
Hakuto. This Hakuto guy is going to be a really good, like, kind of really good character to test both Uruha and Naoki, I think his name is. I forgot to look. Yeah, Natsuki. His name is Natsuki. So Natsuki and Uruha are going to be kind of truly tested. And I feel like this is going to be kind of a thing to prove who really deserved that final sword between those two. Because if this Hakoto guy shows up, whichever one of those two take him down are going to be vindicated in Rokuhira's decision, which is an interesting kind of layer of motivation, extra layer of motivation for the two. But man, that guy got some swag on him, Hakoto. Honestly, he has some fucking swag on him. So I'm really excited to see him in action and see where he kind of lands on things. But that's it. Those are my thoughts.
Yeah, this is also my RGC. I just love the setup of these characters. I didn't expect it at all. I feel like this break in the action was unexpected, but in the best way, because I thought the introduction of Natsuki and Hakuto were really cool. I'm excited to see how it goes. I figured that he has to fight Azami before he can fight even this guy. So maybe Azami dies somehow, some way. I doubt it. I don't know. I'm just saying that in passing.
Azami's the executioner dude, right?
Yeah. I thought it was really cool that their jackets, one of their jackets says "No earthly rivals." It's pretty tough. When they were kids, they wore these jackets, and you can see the little translations that says "No earthly rivals." So that's pretty tough.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's a supreme team.
Supreme team. Yeah.
But yeah, there's not a whole lot to say. I love this little backstory of the Cloud Gouger wielder. I'm excited to see the deeper, the more in-depth backstory to this, because I feel like there's maybe more to this story than meets the eye. So I'm excited to see what really went down with this fight, because I feel like it's possible that he obviously was out of shape and just wasn't, in fighting shape, but I can't imagine that there won't be another layer to this whole thing. So very excited. But that's all I got to say about Kagurabachi. You guys ready to move on to the next one?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I just want to say a couple things.
Oh, please. So, shoot, I forgot. I'm sorry.
right.
What are your thoughts, Josh?
No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, no doubt. Oh, look. So what was Brian talking about earlier? I had something to say to that.
Was in a relation to?
Bro, now I don't fucking remember. Oh, the brother not having his face shown. So the way I took this is that we don't need to see his brother's face because he is his brother for all intents and purposes. This might as well be the Cloud Gouger Sword Master. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just treat it like that. Just his younger brother who's very vengeful and never lost his edge. He said they were basically evenly skilled, and I think he wasn't chosen because maybe it was a maturity thing. Or maybe they didn't want to have two brothers as sword masters. Or maybe they wanted to have a different person per sword and they felt like his, like he would have fit the Cloud Gouger fine, but his brother was better because he's older than him. So I just think it's not important about like who his brother was, really about just the fact that he is the continuation of him. That's how I take it. Shit. The other thing I was thinking about was how like there's a lot of people that have to like there's a lot of cross issues here because the executioner dude you would think wants to run into like the puppet master guy just because he's the one that's interested in the puppet dude. But the puppet dude is interested in Uraha, but this sword dude has a grudge against all his shaku. He probably doesn't know that that's the guy who specifically killed him, but he'll find out, and he might have a slight grudge towards Uraha for being chosen over him. I think it's gonna be really interesting how these things like meld together. Also, am I kind of right for saying that the guy was still alive? The puppet was destroyed.
You were right. I think you did say he was alive.
Off. I knew something was weird about him because he just was there like.
I think it's interesting. Does this guy want Hakuto to go after Azami, or does he want him to go after Uruha?
He mentions that Uruha there as I guess an extra convincing thing. It's just like, hey, Uruha's there, but I think he said it was his turn to fight Azami. So,
damn. So what the fuck is gonna happen? He's sent to fight Azami, and now you got the guy who killed Natsuki's brother is also pulling up. So now that guy is for sure gonna run into him, and you also have Uruha in the field who's connected to all three of them, essentially. So, God, man, this is just a perfectly like he just weaved like a perfect web like out of nowhere in one chapter. Now you have like so much more to fucking chew on. Like,
I was ready to move on.
Me?
I was ready to move on to the next fucking.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
You always make me feel bad for joking around.
No,
I'm like, oh.
No, I didn't know.
You're trying your best, Chris. All right. I think we can fully move on now.
Hell yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Not that one.
Tell that pussycat girl me know what.
Dandadan. Now with that, I'm gonna pass this one over to Brian.
My bad.
We are burping tonight, man.
We are the burp boys today.
Gaseous.
So the chapter picks up where we left off last time with Jin blasting this dude away and then immediately going finger guns and saying it worked. And what's his name? Enadora?
Enadera? Something like that.
Oh wait, didn't we? Wait, no, he got given a new name.
The Red Baron.
No. It was the Nug.
Oh yeah, the
Nug
Nug
Smasher. Nug.
I think it was Nug Lover.
Yeah, it was Nug Lover.
Okay, so Nug Lover is like, you hit me? He's like surprised as to how Gigi's hitting him. To which he says, how about it, Evil Eye? I'm pretty awesome, yeah. And he blasts another attack. But Nug Lover dodges and immediately closes the distance and throws a punch towards him. To which Gigi immediately switches back into Evil Eye and blocks it with his elbow.
Evil Eye's a fishman, by the way.
Yeah, he does have like fishman teeth.
He does have fishman teeth.
He would survive underwater.
He would angrily survive underwater.
Then Evil Eye immediately counters with his own kick that immediately goes through Nug Lover which allows him to go for a counterattack, kicking Evil Eye back. And as he's kind of charging up a punch, Nuglover is flying in with a mid-air kick, getting ready to attack, but Gigi switches back in and immediately starts charging another evil gun and blasts him across the room. And Nuglover is surprised by this kind of cohesion that Gigi and Evil Eye have. And he begins to explain how he got these awesome powers, and it was actually by training with Miss Seiko. So she kind of explains the concept of spintronics, that it's a scientific principle, but for our purposes, we can achieve similar results through spiral training. Proteins in our body are made up of 20 kinds of amino acids called L forms.
L forms.
L forms. L form amino acids, which rotate left. Sugars in genes rotate right, and their properties change depending on which way they rotate. She kind of uses spinning a top off of a bottle as an example, where when unleashing energy, loosening force is a left rotation, and when storing energy, containing force is a right rotation. So basically, if you spin a top to the left, it'll open, and if you spin it to the right, it'll close. And against a corporeal enemy, a left rotating Shoha wave is effective. But in the opposite, against an ethereal enemy, an ethereal body is in almost the exact situation they're in, by the way.
This is coincidentally matching up exactly with what they're doing right now.
An ethereal body is in a smoke-like state in which the energy is loose. In other words, it's a left rotating L form. So the opposite, a right spinning Shoha wave, would be effective. So basically, he's sealing this guy's smoke abilities away by using a left rotating evil gun. And Nuglover goes, I have no idea what you're talking about. But just because you're able to hit me doesn't mean you'll win. And he flies in and immediately kicks onto Gigi, who switches back to Evil Eye at the last second. And he kind of makes the connection that he won't be able to fire an evil gun if he forces him to stay in the Evil Eye form. So he continues a barrage of attacks, not letting up, because the moment that Gigi switches in, he'll die from this impact, and only Evil Eye can tank his attacks. But as he's throwing another kick, it looks like they kind of dodge this high kick that Nuglover sends out, and immediately Gigi blasts him with an evil gun into a kick.
Yes, sir.
So he contains his shadow form, his smoke form, and then follows up with a kick, sending him flying across the room. And Nuglover is completely surprised as he looks up and he sees that Gigi and Evil Eye have melded together to become one contained force. And he says, shall I tell you how I'm gonna beat you? Cause I'm a genius, yo. Pew, pew,
Yo.
with the finger guns. And that's where the chapter ends. Josh, what are your thoughts?
Is RGC is he the nigga that you would have loved to hate in high school?
Certified
I gotta give this to
That nigga you would've
RTC.
loved to
Sorry.
hate.
Procedural.
Let me ask.
Sorry, Josh. What was your question?
Would you have hated a guy like Gigi in high
Nah.
school? He would have been one of the cool ones, huh?
You think so? I don't know. I don't know if I would have liked a real person like this, but but I like him in this series. I think it's very fun.
Well, as you guys know by now, and everyone who's been listening long enough to this show, I am a sucker for tropes. I sure am. Definitely the shonen ones. They keep me going in life. And this is yet another one of them. Character powering up, but in one of the best ways of being able to merge the yin and the yang, the opposites to meld together and to make something even better. We all knew this was coming at some point, right? I didn't think it was going to happen in this fight. I thought they was going to figure out the swapping. But a fusion form, I mean, the coordination of this fight is really cool too. I mean, I felt this way last week too, and when he fought against Seiko, but I think this Smoke Man, Nug Smasher 3000, he's got moves, man. Like, this is a sick fucking fight.
It really
I
is.
was not expecting. Yeah, and we were really getting to see the Evil Eye, like, you know, get pushed to the limits outside of dealing with Okaroon, which, mind you, Okaroon is still powerless. Where's Turbo Granny, man?
She'll
I
be
really
back.
like. Yeah, I thought that this fusion at the end was just so fucking hype, and that's why I said thank you for respecting it, Chris. It was enough to beat out One Piece lore.
I agree.
And also a good Kagurabachi chapter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, can't happen every week, but yeah. Oh, I don't really have anything else of substance to say, man. He better win this fucking fight. No kidding. Brian, what are your thoughts? No, Chris, what are your thoughts?
I really like this chapter as well. I think this was my second favorite. I don't know if I falsely said that One Piece was, but I remember this chapter, and I was like really actually going back and forth between this and Kagurabachi. Yeah, I mean, I really like Gigi. He wasn't my favorite character, but I really enjoy him in this fight and in this battle.
I like him as a foil to Okaroon a lot more now that I've grown. Like you know, he's grown on me.
Yeah, this transformation at the end here was pretty fucking hype. Because I didn't see this coming. I didn't know that he would ever like kind of merge his psyche with the evil eyes, and I'm excited to see how this is different from just using the evil eye. Maybe it's closer to what Okaroon does, where, you know, he has like aspects of himself along with the Turbo Granny powers. But yeah, I thought this was like a really fun dynamic fight. Switching between Gigi and Evil Eye was a good choice. Especially since they're both such fun characters, and I'm excited to see how it goes. It was just hype as fuck, and I'm very much into it. I think the Evil Eye is one of my favorite designs in this series. I just think he looks super cool in general. As hype as I was about this transformation, I do think the main Evil Eye transformation looks a little cooler, but that's just me.
Does anybody miss the horror version of him?
The one that was like,
yes.
that you can't possibly do his
think about
face
that all the
without
time.
fracturing your skull.
Yeah. Wow, I never thought about it like that. But yes, I do think about that version of the Evil Eye. That's the person that's talking.
Yeah.
It came a long way, man.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fucking crazy arc.
Yeah.
No wonder Dandadan took their time and wanted to make a movie out of the first fucking 3 episodes or whatever.
Yeah.
This arc is crazy.
Yeah, I still haven't
Are we
seen
getting
it.
that movie, by the way?
It's out in episode form.
Oh.
All it is just a combination. They stitched the 3 episodes together.
Oh, so I ain't going to no fucking movies to see that. There's no reason.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I know it's airing already, so I do want to see it at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah.
I'll have a Dandadan-a-thon and watch Dandadan all the way through the evil arc. Quinta's getting introduced in the anime pretty soon, so the goat.
Quinta?
Yeah. My goat, your goat, our goat, the robot kid, the mecha guy.
Yeah. That was during that arc?
No, he gets introduced after, I think.
Right after that.
Yeah.
He's in the fucking crazy robots alien arc. That shit was insane.
This guy's his faces just make me laugh every time. But yeah, I thought this was a fucking great chapter of Dandadan. And it was very close between this and Kagurabachi, but Kagurabachi was just this much more on the cool factor with me with these new characters, but I very much like this fight and this chapter. Maybe next week Dandadan will win. Well, maybe not next week because Jump is off, but next time. But that's all I got. Does anybody have any rebuttals or anything?
No, sir.
Nah.
Alrighty. Well, hell yeah, guys. That was Dandadan, and that has been our show. Thank you guys so much for listening. You could find me at the Chris Espinal on Twitter and Instagram. Josh is at JDCole_37 on Instagram and New Jump City Josh on Twitter. Brian is at b.esp on Instagram and Twitter. You can catch him where he's streaming at twitch.tv/itspunchline. Email us at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com with any questions, suggestions, anything you guys want us to talk about. And we'll talk about it in our pre-show chat show that we actually did this time. So check that out. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts, whether that's on iTunes or Spotify or YouTube. We're on there as well. Video podcast has been back for a while now, and I edit out every segment of this show separately. So if you guys want individual breakdowns of everything that we talk about, I have that available as well. Subscribe, like, share, all the things. We will see you guys maybe in a week after next week, because Jump is off and we don't have any monthlies really to talk about. So maybe we'll take a little breaky poo ourselves. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
See you guys next week. Stay safe, New Jump citizens.
Peace.
Bye.